Hey there guys, this tutorial we're going to be focusing on something very important which doesn't involve creativity or anything like that, knowledge of the tools. We're going to be focusing on how to save your image because that's one of the most important things to know in Photoshop and any other software in Windows or Mac. And we do that by going to File, Save As. A shortcut it would be Shift Control S. Just click on Save As, and as you can see, I have quite a couple of um, documents, as you can see, saved already. We'll make a new folder for this tutorial. So navigate to a folder that you want to make dedicated to your Photoshop files, and we're gonna name it Photoshop. Let's open that folder, and it's empty right now. We're gonna get it full before the end of the series. And this is the file name. So rename it to whatever you would like. Once again, I'm gonna name it tutorial. Okay, and okay, we have a couple of formats we can save as. We can save as a Photoshop, which we are going to be doing throughout the series because we can edit it later on. You can edit as a large document format or any of these, and the most popular ones are the JPEG. This one right here, the JPG, the dot PNG, and then we have where is it? Hold up. I think it should be right here. Anyway, so we do have the PNG, we do have the JPG, the JPEG, and we have several other formats. And for if you want to use them online, make sure to save them in PNG and JPEG. But before doing that, make sure to save it in Photoshop in case you want to edit something to it. Because with Photoshop, you can edit it more, and you'll learn why in the tutorials to come. So make sure to save this tutorial image in the Photoshop format, PSD or PDD. And by the way, if you're exporting in PNG, which we'll do obviously further on in the series, we will learn about the compression and all these stuff they ask you when you try to export it, and it might sound overwhelming right now, but it isn't. Just go to Photoshop, tutorial, save it, name tutorial, whatever you'd like, but we're just using tutorial for the sake of this. And you can save it as a copy, or just ignore this right now. And basically, yeah, make sure to save save it in the Photoshop file before before anything else, like in the PNG, because then you can't roll back from a PNG to a Photoshop. Really, you would lose some of the cool features Photoshop has to offer. So we're gonna save it, and we're gonna navigate to it, my computer, and let's go to Documents, Photoshop. It's a tutorial right here. The size is 1,377 kilobytes. Modified gives you all that information. I can open it again. Nothing happened because it didn't. There was no changes to it, and you can actually save it. Replace the old one by going Control S, or actually, my bad. It won't work because we didn't have anything changed. But once we do, we can just go Control S, and then it would replace the old one. Or if you want to rename it and export it, like the tutorial 2.0, because we did some changes, we could do that. But we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to focus on just saving it first time, and I'm going to focus on something else really important. It's Photoshop CS6. If you have CS5, you can just skip this part, or CS4. But if you're using Photoshop CS6, you need to know that Photoshop does back up your images in time intervals, like every 5 minutes. It's gonna make a backup of your document, just like Microsoft Word would do. If any of you know, like if your computer powered off or something like that, outage, blackout, hurricane, tornado, earthquake, then it will have your thing backed up. So if you go to Edit, Preferences, General, and if you go down to File Handling, it will tell you image previews. It should be on always save. File extension, you could not use lowercase would be better. Save as to original folder, save in background. You want to have automatically save recovery information every You can do it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour. So I do 5 minutes because, in 5 minutes I can probably have my whole thing done, and I really get a lot done in 5 minutes. So I want to make sure I have the earliest backup I can. I would recommend 5 minutes unless you're dealing with, 50 megabyte or 500 megabyte files, which most of you aren't likely going to do, so you're not going to really care about disk space. So just go 5 minutes to, feel good and feel secure, and then go okay, and then it should save every 5 minutes. Just make sure to have that automatically save checked as well. So I hope you enjoyed this series. This is really essential information to know, how to save this different formats, and in the future we are going to go over saving it in a PNG, and the different options it gives you to save in a PNG, different channels, saving it in black and white only to conserve data, and memory if you're uploading it online. So we're gonna go over, also the best formats to save your images in. We're gonna go all over this in this series, and I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Keep watching and stay tuned.